Welcome to the Java Cafe, Java fam. Good morning. Welcome to the Java Cafe, Java fam.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Listen, we are casting now from the website. I am going to have to give folks a couple of minutes to get ready to come on because we are casting from a different location to make sure that we start directing more traffic to our website. We just launched the website today. And so I am going to... You're seeing me in real time trying to figure this out. Well, I got it figured out, but I got to make sure that folks that usually watch know where to go to get on Java with Jimmy. And so we are going to make sure that folks know where to go over these next couple of minutes. Dr. Brandy Brooks is coming in just a few moments. And what I am going to do is just add the Java with Jimmy back to this cast just for now, just to see if we get our folks to pop in, and we will let you know where you can go going forward to watch Java with Jimmy. You might be just tuning in or seeing the live right now. We started casting from a different location today. And so this is why you see us coming in a few minutes late this morning. We have Dr. Brandy that's going to come in with us in just a few moments. And so we just want to make sure that you all knew that Java with Jimmy is still here. However, we're going to ask you to go over to the Java with Jimmy website. And so we are here right now on Facebook, but what I'm going to do is type the website here and ask you all to do me a favor and just switch over to the website. If you go to the website, we launched the website today. If you go to the website and go to the home page, you will scroll down and see us live there. There is a live chat as well. And so this is what we're doing this morning. We're starting on the new platform. We expected a couple of hiccups in folks trying to figure out where we are. And so there was no notification on Java with Jimmy, as Props has just told me. We are not figuring this out, but we are just trying to transition folks over to the website. And so we are here on the Java with Jimmy page. However, we are going to start switching over to the website. And so if you go over to the website, www.javawithjimmy.com, go to the home page, or when you land there and scroll down a little bit, and you will see the video there. There is a chat there as well. I'm just going to make sure everything is all set here. Dr. Brandy Brooks is going to join us in just a few moments. But go over to the website and you will see, well, you should see the chat over there. Lasagna is letting us know there was no live chat. If you go to the live page, that is where the live chat is. Thank you all for, all right. So we got 5 people in the room on the website. And so I believe the live page should have, and it does not. And so Props is on probably in the background trying to figure it out as far as why the live page isn't picking up the video. Tasha, good morning. Mama Java, good morning. Some of you are here in the Java Cafe on Facebook, but we are attempting or in the process of moving over to the website. And so we're working on that as we speak. As you all know, some of the other software that we originally were going to use needed some updates. That's in process, but we have switched over to the website. For those of you that don't know, javawithjimmy.com is active. We are working on the kink right now to get the live page. There we go. All right, everybody. There is the live page. Dr. Brandy Brooks just came in. And so for today, though props may get me, for today, we are going. Let me just go in here and see where the chat is. I am figuring this out as we speak, y'all. All right, chat. And I am in here with you guys. And let's go ahead and get started. Dr. Brandy's going to come in a couple of seconds. Dr. Brandy, we're on a new platform this morning, and I'm so glad it is Mental Health Monday because I'm good, but I'm just, we're figuring out a little bit of tech stuff here. And so I'm going to go ahead and test the text. And there is props. We see him. If you are watching live on www.javawithjimmy.com, you should be able to see the chat there. I see props is in the room. I just said hello. And so we're going to go ahead. Dr. Brandy, good morning. I didn't clearly communicate. There go the eyebrow. I didn't clearly communicate to you that we were, we were switching over to, and props just put the link in the comments. We were switching over to casting on the website so we can have a little better control and things like that. So come on in and say good morning. Dina, good morning to you. Mama Java's in the room. So we see Lasagna Hart is in the chat there. So Dr. Brandy, come on and say good morning. And we are between the Java with Jimmy page and the website. Good morning to you.
Oh, me. Hello. We moving up. I mean, seriously, like this is huge. 2 years in, in terms of where it started to where it's going, and not just today, but like a year from now. I'm just excited. I'm excited for you. I'm excited for the platform. I'm excited to see where it goes and how
So
we grow.
thank you so much for that. And I was going to say, don't start. And so Sharon, don't get confused. And props is always messing with us. But Sharon, this is what we're going to do very quickly. We're going to stay on the Java with Jimmy page on Facebook for today, to be fair. But tomorrow and going forward, go to www.javawithjimmy.com. Right now, you got an option. You can stay here on Facebook. The comments are there. There is a chat over on the website as well. We won't be able to show your chat on the website for the next few weeks. But for today, we're going to stay here. Sharon, you're all set. Tony, good morning. Good to see you in the room. All right. So we're going to jump in with Dr. Brandy. We'll explain some of the tech stuff toward the end. We're going to talk about the website. We have some merch to get ready to show you all. We have candles. We have the love mug with chocolate and stuff in it. So we're going to talk about that toward the end. But Dr. Brandy, last week rather, after a break, we came in and we caught up with you, and we also outlined some of the next few weeks
Mhm.
we're going to talk about. And one of the things, we got a homework assignment. The
Yes, we
first
did.
was that we had to list 2 things that we accomplished that surprised us in 2021. And we had to also keep one thing in mind in the area to which we wanted to grow.
Mhm.
And then I had like a 0.5 homework assignment to create a journal, and that's in process because we had to get all this wonderful stuff here. And so we see Mama Java over on
Yes.
the website.
And my, background, James, we still got to do that. I'm
That's going
just
to happen this. That's going to happen this week, Dr. Brandy. And so, good morning
putting
to
it out
you.
there.
Should I? Well, go ahead and greet the people, and then I guess I should start maybe with mine.
Yeah. So, hey, everybody. Good morning, Dr. B. Glad to be in this space. Glad to be seen and see y'all. As as we know, every day, some we lose some in our community. We lose some in our family. We lose some from afar, but it still impacts us because of their reach and their impact.
Did you want to
So
name? Did you want to name? And I saw a lot of social media posts. I believe it's Sister Celeste. That
yeah.
yes,
Um, so actually a lot of passing over the last week. Sister Celeste, my dear friend um, Toy's auntie,
yeah.
um, my grandfather, my maternal grandfather passed on Friday. So it's a lot right now.
Yes, ma'am.
But one word, I guess, that I have this morning is actually on the other end of it. So as all this death and passing and everything was overwhelming me over the weekend, I had a little chuckle from my dog, Coco.
What did
And so
Coco do?
my word is determined. And here's why. Over the weekend, as y'all know, we got a lot of snow.
Mhm.
Supposed to be the most
A
snow
whole
ever.
bunch of feet.
Yeah, because
She's a
now the meteorologist, anytime it's snow, rain, it's the most ever. But it was
what
a lot
Coco
of
do?
snow. It was
Mhm.
a lot of snow, and some of us are still digging out and trying to shovel our driveways, our walkways, our sidewalks, our cars. And, so big ups to anyone still out there shoveling because it's not easy. But in the midst of shoveling and trying to go outside, be safe, I wanted to take my dog out, like walk her as I
Mhm.
normally would do. Y'all, I put her on booties, these little booties right here,
Ah,
for her feet. I put her on a jacket. I put on everything. She would not budge. Like, was not going outside at all. Y'all, I used, I was using food to try to bring her outside. So one thing she really loves, and I know it's bad, don't judge, is Hawaiian rolls, bread.
that's what
So
the dog eats?
look, no, actual bread,
Right,
actual
right, right.
Hawaiian roll bread.
Yeah.
So I was using Hawaiian rolls. Y'all, I tried to use bananas. I was trying everything to get this dog to go outside. And was not happening, was not happening. So this week, and again, it helped me kind of distract me from everything going on, but I'm still determined to get her outside in the snow. I
Mhm.
mean, yes, she was born in the South, but she live up north, so she gotta get used to
Are you talking about Coco? Or you
yeah.
talking about you? Talk about born in the South. So Dr. B, we what you call it? Your word today is determined, and forgive me because some of the tech I forgot to. Don't forget everyone in the comments for today. Put your one word for today. So thank you for that reminder, Dr. Brandy.
Yes.
Your word is determined. My word is content. I props and I put a lot of work into the website. We launched the website. When you go later, you'll see there's the ability to put some narratives on the
Mhm.
website. And there was somebody else that, since we're gonna call people out for not doing the green screen, somebody else was supposed to get me a
Yes, and I would get my narratives up by the end of today. So
narrative.
we're gonna the stuff with respect to what we talked about last
Last
week
week. Yep.
in terms of kind of rebranding, refocusing, and then even this week, kind of if I had to put a title for this week in terms of like moving into talking about relationship with self, I would call it mirror. And so thank you so much for everybody giving the condolences.
Absolutely.
Please, please, please pray, Lord. Just pray.
Definitely, and we wanna acknowledge
Just pray.
it's not a Dee Dee's Cry space, but we work very closely with Toy, and so we definitely wanna acknowledge that, and we text and checked in this week, but before we go into last week, let me just mention I said my word was content, and then, Pastor Marion put her, accomplishments in. So the second step, you all, and we said we were gonna do this in real time, what are the 2 things from last week's homework assignment? What are the 2 things that you accomplished in 2021? Let's start with that first. And so, Dr. B, I'll name mine. One was stayed committed to Java with Jimmy. And two, I got more comfortable with self-care and made an investment in myself. And I took vacations. I
Mhm.
invested in myself and took time away. So those are two things that I named as my accomplishments. What were yours?
Biggest accomplishments for 2021 was, I would say, transitioning. One of the hardest things is moving from a space where you feel comfortable into the unknown. And so for me, one of the biggest things for 2021 was transitioning roles, transitioning responsibilities. And so that was huge for me because you just get comfortable in the comfortable,
Yeah.
and it's hard. It's very hard. And then another thing I would say I got better at in 2021 was along the lines of self-care, but more focused self-care. So not just self-care for self-care's sake,
Yep.
but more self-care that I
Exactly.
knew worked for me
Yep.
and helped bolster me. Particularly, I would say June through December for
Okay.
sure. Like the year began, and I was just like, oh, but no, particularly June through December, I just got better at the self-care.
That's
That's you?
maybe yeah. That I just put a little
Okay,
background.
all right. You got music and websites
Dr.
and
Brandy, don't stop.
like, hello, yes.
We're going to focus on what you said. So one was intentional, and it's funny because we say that so loosely, intentional
Mhm.
self care. But you said you were being intentional about your self care and
Yes.
being more invested in it. What? How did that look for you? And then tell us the second thing as well.
So how it looked for me was at times truly unplugging. And really just I not going on Facebook, not going on my newest thing towards the end of the year was like TikTok. Just I mean, losing like an hour of just scrolling through videos. So it really took that. Another thing that I started doing more of was more intentional exercise.
Ouch.
I started slow, y'all, because I would always tell my friends the only running I'm gonna do is if I have to run for the bus, and even then I'll just wait. Like I'll just,
Wait for the next
I'll,
one.
look, I'll just wait for the next one, right? And so that one was really, really, really huge for me because one of the things that I had to learn to do better
Mhm.
was to just slow down.
And we all have to.
Yeah,
We
yo, cause I was here, I was there, Dee Dee's cry, Roxbury Unity Parade, my job, trying to
Java
do
with Jimmy
travel
running
with
for
Jimmy.
office.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's just run for office. Like that's the easiest thing in the world. Like seriously, I had to prioritize my self-care because it got to the point where I would literally, especially around June, because that was the height of the campaign, height of all that.
Yeah.
I would literally ask myself, like, did you eat today? Like seriously, did you eat? Did you, or even if you ate, did you stop to actually enjoy it? Or was it just sustenance? And so
Ouch.
that that was big. Yeah.
Okay. And what was the second thing that you did? And we're going to go in. I've been putting some on the screen, but we'll go in and get other folks to share as well. And if you're just joining, what we're talking about with Dr. Brandy today is two things. We had a homework assignment. Mental Health Mondays is upgrading not only in aesthetics, but also in our intentional sort of shared action space. And so what we're talking about right now, and I noticed that Mama Java said on the website that she was trying to be more humble and self-care, and so that
Mm,
Ma, you're humble.
yeah.
I
I'm
think I
seeing
believe.
some comments come through. I love the props. We gonna need to talk offline. I'm trying to do that too, like NFTs, non-fungible tokens.
Listen,
Yeah, but
it's so
yeah.
all right. So before we go to your second thing, let's check in with the audience and see. Pastor Marion said that one of her first things, because she put two, her first thing she said was increase my morning encouragement text list. So I would
Mm,
believe that she's sending out more encouragement to people. And we look. We all could use that. And then the second thing she did was got more involved with racial reconciliation in the church through Be the Bridge. And shout
That's
out to you,
awesome.
Pastor Marion.
That's awesome.
Stacy let us know that started doing more of what I love. Third notion of self-care, because I said it, you said it, Stacy is saying it. Started doing more of what I love, aka paint nights out and being more intentional of taking a whole day for myself once a month. Stacy, that's good. A
Yeah.
whole day once a month.
Mhm.
We need that. And then I think, oh, and here's Dina, and you'll appreciate this because she moves in the same space
Yes.
as well. Pastor LMHC, and that's
Mental health clinician
licensed mental health clinician,
or
licensed.
or counselor.
Okay, she
Yeah.
passed that exam and she is a LM8C, and we've seen her work in the community. And also, she got that new job. And so, Dina, shout out to you. And then Tony said, my success for 2021 was one, learned it's okay not to be okay. That's good. And
Mm.
learn to spend more time with myself. So we're seeing a underarching tone rather of self-care. And then Stephanie said forgiveness and me time.
Yeah. Here's the thing. If you're listening, you can't think of anything, that's okay too. Just acknowledge that you're, going into this new year and plan for, you know what? I couldn't think of anything for 2021, but I don't want to repeat that for 2022.
Right.
I was reading this meme and it was so great. It was, I'm forgetting the doctor's name for it. I think it was Dr. Doyle, Dr. Doyle. And one of the things they posted was they said, okay, you know what? If you can't clean the whole room, clean a corner of it. If you can't,
Progress. It's called progress.
yeah, if you can't wash all your dishes, wash one, right? If you don't have enough energy to get in the shower, wash your face, brush your teeth. And the thing that I loved about it was he ended with always look for the thing you can do with the energy, focus, and resources you do have.
Say that again
Because
and a little bit slower, because I think a lot of us, this is good, because a lot of us set such high goals.
it's like and the thing is, it's not that we won't get there. It's just that because we set it up the bar so high, most of the time by like February, March, we don't see that change. So then our effort drops off because we're like, oh well, this is unobtainable and I'm not gonna do it. But what he said was do a little, because a little becomes a lot. And the line that I love, he said, always look for the thing you can do with the energy and focus and resources you do have. So one of the things
In
I
the
do,
moment, can we clarify in the moment? Because
yes,
sometimes
yes,
in the moment you got to do just what you can, but can that be
to
applied
get
on
over.
a macro level as well, as far as your like long-term sort of planning too?
Yeah, yeah, it means like right now in this moment. So when I got the news that, my grandfather was in the final stages of his life, there was little I could do in that moment for my mother, for my family. But what I could do was pray. What I could do was, maybe reminisce on the memories. What I could do was help certain family members get to him that were closer,
Yeah.
right? So that's something I could do in that moment. And then, um, later this week, I'll go travel south and pay my respects and everything for his homegoing. But sometimes we can't do we just can't, because of where you are, your time, your resources, or just your environment. You can't do everything, but you can do
A little.
which which will lead to a lot. One thing I would say, so another thing I do, and this is where I had to like slow it down. I have a financial literacy group slash
That's
platform.
right. That's the
Yeah.
that's that group.
Yeah. And
I
so
was looking
one,
for that too. I got it connected. Did a young lady by the name of Donna ever get in or request to get in? I got to hook you up with her because she hit me after. She was like, "I'm trying to find the group and I
yeah.
can't." get it."
So
Uh,
one thing I have, and one thing I always say in this group is, a lot of times people look for the home run when it comes to finances. Like, I'm a, I'm a turn this nickel into $1,000. And what I say is, instead of turning a nickel into 1,000, how about turning it into a dime, and then turn that dime into a quarter. Compounding. And accountants will tell you that all the time. Compounding is what you want to do, because over time you
Stacks on stacks.
compound stacks on stacks on stacks on stacks. So here's here's the thing is that, and we can use that in life too, is compound the good. Compound the good so it outweighs the negative, it outweighs the naysayer. And it's not easy. It
It's
ain't
not.
it's not like something where you wake up and you're like, oh, okay, let me do this. But one place where you start is start with your current environment. Start with your circle.
Yep.
Start with your street. Start with your group, right? Like the meme said is, okay, you can't clean up the whole house because you're like, oh, this is gonna take forever. Clean up a corner, just a corner.
Do
Just
something,
say,
because
just say, you know what, I'm gonna do this corner,
there's the
right?
old adage. But now I want to see if I got it right. Little by, big things get done. Little by, battles are won.
Mhm.
And so you got to do a little bit. And we also got to, and it's funny because I've been hearing this theme about giving ourselves grace. Quincy,
Mhm.
who's on, he talked about that last week when he was on. Dr. B, we're at about 9:30. And I also know, one, you're going to give us a homework assignment for next week. And
Yeah,
two,
we didn't even really get to today's topic, but that's
not
okay.
too much. And I mean,
Yeah.
we did a little bit in when you talked
Mm-mm.
about, let's extract some of the things that we talked about.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't get to talk about self. We reviewed homework.
Yeah, it
And
was
so we're going to
relationship
have to
stuff.
look,
Yeah.
we're going to have to learn to move our banter along too. And so let's move into the second thing that you asked us to do, was some areas, and we're going to ask you all to do this in the comments as well. Name one place in 2022, name an area in which you would like to grow. Is it, my mom mentioned being more humble? Is it saving? Is it giving yourself grace to do the little? I'm not going to put ideas in your head, but go ahead in the comments and put the thing that you were looking, or the area in which you're looking to grow in 2022. Dr. B, I started the other one. You start this one.
Yeah. So the area I'm looking to grow in 2022 is to grow more so and be more cognizant about my um financial and I'll add and spiritual health and growth, because I feel like in a lot of respects it was disrupted a lot by COVID and being remote,
Yeah.
because there is that element of fellowship that I
Yeah.
feel was disrupted a little bit. So that's one. So for me, it's spiritual growth, but more so fellowship, the fellowship piece of it, and financial growth and prosperity, and not to be shamed by it, because money can be one of those tough conversations in our community.
Well, we got this. It seems to be a central theme. Mom says, Mama Java on the website says, pay off more credit cards. And then Tony Mack here on Facebook is talking about savings and overall financial wealth. Rob started it off with financial stability. Sharon is saying yes to me. And Prop said that one of his was
Stand up there. Look, Props is like your marketing guru today. He like, go to the website.
so
We
I
did a great job on that website.
look, I immediately saw a ED because I thought Props was talking about that was one of his goals, that he stayed up to date and designed JavaWithJimmy.com. Props, I appreciate you, man. We're going to talk about that toward the end. Kelly is saying savings, and he told me he was going to troll me this morning. Kelly said savings and travel and happiness. And then Stephanie, spiritual on all levels.
Mm.
And so that's a good correlation based on what you said about is financial, and spiritual. And there's a correlation. We do the Black mental wealth space that we're beginning again today at 1 p.m. That there is a correlation between our sort of mindset. You can put some spirituality into that, and our what did I call it? Money mentality.
Mhm.
There is some significance between the two. And so and then we have Stacy here as well. Communication, in not just what I say, but how I say. I want to be able to disagree without disrespect. Wait a
Mhm.
minute, Stacy. I
Yeah.
don't know that of your character, Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Dr. Brandy, we went
Mm,
through the we
mm.
went through
That
the things
just
we
that
wanted.
touched me a little bit.
We went through the things we want to grow in. Can we talk about that for a few minutes, and then as much as you can squeeze in, because we were supposed to talk about sort of our relationship to self.
Yeah, and we'll
Today
we'll
to get ready.
squeeze it in with the next, like, I think we'll probably intersperse it more with next week.
Next segment. Okay.
Yeah, because we're talking about relationship to self and relationship to others, and they're very much
Hold on, hold
intertwined.
on, hold on. Stacy let us know it goes down the club.
Look, look, stay-
Oh no, that is a verbal thing. So Stacy being there going in. But let me find out. Go ahead, Dr. B. I'm
yeah,
sorry. I just had
but
that
but I
one.
guess one of the things, and James, we'll get better at this when we go on, is one of the things is, in order to start talking about our relationship to self, our relationship to others, whether that's partnership, familial relationship to spirit, relationship to history, we do have to start with a conversation of kind of what is our perspective of where we were, where we are, and where we want to go. And so that's why I kind of framed it as, really, this conversation starts with a mirror, in terms of, what do we see when we look in the mirror?
Oh,
And then, what do we think others see when they look at us? Because again, it is both of those things. One thing I love, and I'll end with this, and then I'll later on today it'll be posted on Java with Jimmy, but I'll end it with this. One of the things that Reverend Al Sharpton, when he was bigger, he spoke at Rosa Parks' funeral. Rosa
mhm.
Parks died in 2005, age 92. He spoke at her funeral. It was like an 8.5 minutes kind of speech. But one thing he mentioned in it, he was talking about rap music and some of the younger artists and things like that, and how they have this, they want to keep it real. I'm keeping it real. I'm keeping it real. I'm, writing out lyrically what's going on in the community and everything like that. And one thing he said in his speech, he was like, it's funny because, mirrors aren't just to reflect what you see, it's sometimes to correct what you see. And something he said, and I just died laughing. He was like, look, I don't get up in the morning, got indents on my face, got slobber, do rag or bonnet to the side,
I
dragging like, I don't just get up and be like, you know what, I'm just gonna go outside. I'm keeping it real. No, I say, you know what? Get in the shower, fix your hair, brush your teeth, do those types of things, right? And so when we're talking about ourselves and our relationship to self, it really does depend on, can we be honest? Can we really look at not just what we think others see, but what do we see? What do we see when we look in the mirror? What do we see? Past, present, and what do we want to see for our future?
Can we also say that there is a deeper dive into what, because we can
Yeah.
see one thing, and that is perception
Hmm.
and our outer appearance. But when we look, and it's funny because
Inner.
it's the inner, and I would say that the inner is what we know. We
Inner.
see one thing, and I know, could be a play on words. You talk about see, and see could include the real thing that we see within us, but it's also the piece of what we really know about us, and from everything to what we want to assert as
Mhm.
a persona, and versus what we really know. And I mean, I got to give credit that this space is one of the paramount things that allowed me to just be my authentic self. And it is I'll tell you, in this exercise, Dr. Brandy, and I'll say to you all out there, we might need to build the yourself out like 1.5 next week, and
Mhm.
then because it starts with self.
Yeah.
If you're not real with yourself, you're not real with your
Yeah.
situations. You're not real with the
No.
ability. When you talked about knowing your capacity to do the small, whatever, if you're not real in assessing yourself in that, almost everything. I mean, am I going too far to say that almost everything that you apply yourself to might not get its best productivity because you're, I don't want to say, you're not being real about what it is that you can do.
So, I mean, yes, because one of the things is that one of the longest relationships you'll ever have in life is with yourself.
So,
And so, if you don't know you, how can you even allow somebody else to know? Like, if you don't know and love who you are, then how do you know what love you want, what love you need from friends, from family, from anything? And so, one of the things is that with this exercise, and so I do have some homework, which will kind of lead into it.
okay.
And this is like, whether you're an artist or not, and I will post it online too, like an actual image, but it's an image. It's just an outline of like a head, and it's split in two. And on one side, you're to write words, images, thoughts of what does your outer self, what is the outer self? And then on the other side, you're to write, draw, what does your inner self look like? Or what would you hope it to look like, right? And so and so that's kind of the homework. It's really just start thinking about you. And I've done this at different periods, like who is Brandy? Who is Kim? Who is Sharon? Who is Pastor Marion? Who are you? Not just what you project, but who really are you?
But then I
What?
was spiritual because that's what I was trying to
Yeah.
bring out. Okay, so I felt it. It was coming. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
It was coming, James. It was coming.
But we need to
But
do that, and we have
yeah.
author Kim Ayala in the room. Who had, I don't know if you saw the episode she was on, but she has a book coming out talking about the time of arrival. And on
Mhm.
Ecclesiastes 13, there's a time to laugh, time to cry, and whatnot. And she talks about you two need to hook up. But shout out to you, Sister
Yeah.
Kim. Good to see you.
Rachel, we giving you homework. Yes. It no look, I would always say to my students, you come early, you come late, you still got the same amount of assignments. Like
And
look,
here's Natasha's
early,
point
late,
too.
in between, you still gotta do the homework. Or that grade you get, yep, you earned that one.
Y'all
Um,
remember that Dr. Brandy is a
look,
full-fledged professor.
and it
So
and it does matter because think about this, Rachel. You say y'all giving me homework. If you don't do the homework now, I'll just leave it there. You got like there's work we got to do on us.
hold on.
If-
And there's
if-
work we got to do to remember proper scripture. Author
y-
Kim Ayala said it's Ecclesiastes 3. I know y'all, I'm a little rusty when
yeah, she like, James, were you at Bedside Baptist a little bit more than
you start because I'm about to
just
turn as red as this hoodie.
you was at Bedside Baptist a little bit during the. I'm just saying, but no, seriously, we have got to do the work on us because a lot of times in this space we talk about community, we talk about love of like just wanting to go further, wanting to expand out. But if our vessel isn't clean, isn't right, isn't full of self-care and health and everything, then how we going how we gonna help community? How we gonna help our street? How we gonna help our block? But I mean, in a very real sense. And I don't mean this like as an aside. I mean this very real. There was a moment where literally in June, I had a come to Jesus moment with
Jesus.
my friend. Like I had to put emphasis on that with my friends and family. They were like, okay, you got Roxbury Unity Parade coming up. You're working a full-time job. Every single day you out campaigning. Like straight up, Brandy, you look like you haven't slept. And
Wow.
so I had to have a moment where I said, you know what, I want to help and do so much. But if I don't fix this, I don't fix this vessel, then
Not gonna
even if I got elected, well, I I'd be looking like a zombie, you know, like, you know what I'm saying? And so, and my job and everything like that. And so truly, I mean this very truly in a very real sense, is we have got to really look at who am I? Who am I? And be honest with that question. Be honest
Natasha
with
said it.
where we want to go and what we want to do. And yes, Pastor Marion, we've got to learn how to say no. And no being a complete sentence.
And
Like,
no,
I don't have to tell you why. I don't gotta go. Because sometimes we'd be like, no, I can't because I gotta a number. No, just no.
no,
No.
and you have to. And Dr. B, we got to get ready to wrap
Yeah,
up.
we
But
gotta
I
wrap
wanted to
up.
also, acknowledge this, because this is, we move in a mental health space, and we'll go and kind of properly close out this segment and get our homework assignment. But we have to also be real about this, where we are grieving. We are grieving with direct impact, and we are also grieving with vicarious trauma. And we're still in the midst of it. And two things that really concern me is there's a post on the website that talks about more in a space of violence, but we can't become numb. And even with COVID deaths and with COVID, we can't become numb to the fact that this can be stopped by getting your vaccination, and also just really being real about that we're still in the midst of people transitioning from COVID and from other things as well. And so, Dr.
Yeah.
B, excuse me, what's our assignment for next week?
So I'm gonna post it.
Okay, so
But the
you
assignment
got to go to the
is-
website
yeah,
in order to get
you
your
gotta
homework
go to the
assignment.
website. But the assignment is I'm gonna post on the website a image. It's just an outline of a head. And on one side, and it says it in the image, I want you to really reflect on your outer self and then reflect on your inner self. Because all of it is who you are. And so I want you to reflect on the mirror. What do you see reflected back at you? And do you know you? And then also, what is the reflection you think others see, or you perceive them to see about you? And again, I'll list on there some examples so you have it. Rachel's like, "Where's our journal?" It coming, Rachel.
It's Rachel.
It's
We
in
had
process. It's in process.
and
We say all the time in Java Cafe, it is a process.
it's percolating. Look, it's
And so
percolating.
it's coming. But yeah, so that's the homework. That's the homework. That's the assignment. And then next week we'll talk a little bit more about that with respect to, what does this look like? How do you have these conversations with self? Because there are questions that you have to ask yourself and respond honestly to. And then there's other aspects you can do, like, what is the narrative of your life? Like, if you could write it in a couple of sentences, what's your narrative? But we'll talk more about that next week. And in the space next week. And y'all, please, pray for me. Send me warm vibes, or send me messages on Facebook or wherever. Um, any ideas for how do you snow train an animal? Like, how do you snow train?
Props.
Because she gotta go. Look, we can't be doing the, like, I feel like it's like abuse because I'm just dragging her along, down the road. Like,
Listen,
look, my neighbors over here might call somebody. I don't know. But
you
yeah,
gotta look out for Coco too, because you got the booties and stuff. But props, hit Brandy up, because props got a Nino down there, and Nino is very shady. And if you don't want to go outside, and so they work it out with him some way or another. But
yeah,
we
y'all
just
help
want to.
us.
Hi,
Help us.
Coco.
Help us.
Oh, hi, Doo. Hi. This is shame, because I used to with pets, and don't judge me, with pets and animals, it always goes to hi, Doo, hi, Boo Boo. I had a parent tell me one day, "Can you please stop calling my child a piece of?" I was like, "Oh, I guess I won't say hi, Doo or Boo Boo no more."
Yeah, prop says in and out, no walk. Okay, I'm gonna try that. And then also to pray for all of those in our community that we know, we don't know, who've experienced loss,
Yes.
who are grieving right now. I always try to add humor to stuff.
We
but
have to, and we
yeah,
say
y'all pray for my family, because like my mother and her siblings are older, and I always
about
say
to
that.
say, Dr. Brandy, what you about to
Look,
say?
no, okay. So you know how homegoing services, they bring out a lot in folks. And one thing I was joking with my mom about, I was like, look, y'all don't need to be fighting and breaking hips and all that, having drama, because I mean, it'd be like AARP gone wild. Like, relax, sit down.
Dr. Grant, you better hope they ain't watching. What is that meme that was going around on TikTok that your phone stopped blowing up because you cussed somebody out or said something at the Thanksgiving table and your family's like, why did you say that? Why did you say that? Why did you say that?
No, but I mean that in a very real sense is, like it is, can we, as a family, as a community, as we are grieving, can we grieve with one another without all of the other stuff? Can we lift each other up without also bringing each other down with comments and other things? Because grief, it brings out a lot of emotions and thoughts and feelings. And so I mean that seriously, but also jokingly, like somebody might have a broken hip because
Look at Pastor Mary. She
they're
just
trying to fight, like sit down.
She just summed it up in one word. But I will say this. My grandmother said this some years ago, that a lot of that, Dr. Brandy, is really about the person. And unfortunately, sometimes they have to deal with the fact that some resolve was not reached and it may be too late. And so that is something that we're going to talk about, authenticity. And I think if people think more about that and then give themselves grace in that situation, I think it helps the mourning and the grieving process just a little bit more. And I'm seeing comments here.
The pads. I have some of them. Look, go outside. Look, go outside.
Well, wait, all this time I'm seeing pee pad. Hold on, because y'all about to crack up. I'm seeing the word pee pads, but in my mind, I'm interpreting that as the booties. Y'all are really talking about, you know what, Dr. Brandy?
No, these are booties. These are booties.
A pee pad for the dog.
Pee pad is like, a pad you put on the ground, or they've tried to get fancy, and some of them are like imitation grass, but that didn't work. She literally started eating the grass. I was just like, like that didn't work. But I gotta do something because she is like, this cold, she is not for it. Not at all.
Wait a minute, this is a real thing. All right, we about to go and go all the way off into into pee pad land. Don't forget, everybody, we are here every Monday at 9 a.m. with Dr. Brandy, and we are really enjoying the addition of homework. And Dr. Brandy, thank you for that. We're going to also put up some posts later on the javawithjimmy.com website in reference to that. You go to the brewing area, and then under health, you will see the post from Dr. Brandy. We'll put up her thoughts about last week as well as this week's homework assignment. And don't forget, this week's homework assignment will be posted on the website. A little review of that is that there will be a picture, sort of, you said, of a head or a brain. And we're going to talk about say it again, because I want to get it right.
Inner and outer. So you are to reflect on what is your outer self, and then what is your inner. So the who, the no, the what, like, who are you? Who are you?
All right. We have our homework assignment.
Nikki, thank you so much.
Yep. So next week, we want to be able to say we understood the assignment. And to Rachel's point, we'll get to work on
yes, you got homework
journal. And Dr. Brandy over on the website, Mama Javin is saying, love you, Dr. Brandy. And shout out to Sister Debbie. It's so funny because our I'm going to get in trouble. How do I say this? Our mother's board, hallelujah, is over on the website.
Okay. And Sharon Cornelius. Sharon Cornelius. You go to the website. So from tomorrow on, you go to www.javawithjimmy.com. If you go on there right now, you can see the segment for today. It's live on there. I was looking at it. I got, the sneak peek, y'all. But go on there from tomorrow on. That's where it's at. No, Rachel, I know you're joking. No pressure.
No, she ain't joking. Rachel want that there. Rachel going to text me later and be like, if you need any help, let me know. And I'll run it.
James, I want to be able to say, I'm sipping and then I'm writing as we talking, because some things come in the parking lot. Wow, really? Wow. Okay. Okay, James. All right.
I,
All right. I see how
it
you gonna
just
do.
got hot in here.
I see how you gonna do.
No. We good. Dr. B, I appreciate you. And you got to get on the website because it's literally Sister Debbie, Sharon, and Mama Java are the only ones. So they navigated on the website. Y'all, quote unquote, young peoples are still over here on Facebook. So shout out to the Java with Jimmy Mothers board that's over on the website.
Okay.
I'm going to get in trouble. And look, Sharon's fancy.
Y'all, she back and forth. See, so
And look
anybody else can't say nothing. You
But
can't
it is,
say nothing.
and Kim, shout out to you. They navigate in between back and forth. Listen, folks, we are working to get some of this isn't defined by Props and I. We are stuck to what is offered on the platforms, and so we're working it out slowly but surely. But Dr. B, thank you. Oh Jesus, it's 9:52.
Yeah.
Dr. B, thank you so much. This was definitely another good session. Don't forget, everyone, you can come back every Monday at 9 a.m. with Dr. Brandy and I to get your assignment. Check in about your mental health every Monday at 9 a.m. Dr. Brandy, thank you. I'm going to go pay some bills, do some self-promotion.
Yes. And thank y'all for the advice. I'm definitely going to take it with respect to Coco. And just, as I go travel back south this week as well.
And we will definitely keep you and your family in prayer. And I didn't hear the exact notification of that when you was talking about checking in early, and so forgive me. I heard it the second time when you mentioned it. So we are definitely keeping your family in prayer, Dr. Brandy, and please let us know. You know how the Java family rolls. Back right now, whether you're on the website, I don't know if y'all can put the hands and stuff on the chat on the website, but put those praying hands and love for Dr. Brandy so she can go back, and there's Lasagna right there. So please continue to keep her lifted because she is a huge charter member of the Java family. So Dr. Brandy, we appreciate you. Give yourself grace. If you have to take next Monday, take it.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to
That's
do
right.
and be better. Like I already know. I already set off like I was going to take a couple of days for the rest of this week and everything. So yeah, I'm absolutely about prioritizing me and my health so that I can come back into this space good.
All right, and we'll check in about that this week because I'll need to know if I need to be prepared to try to attempt to fill your shoes. But thank you, Dr. Brandy, so much. We're going to go share some information, and we're going to let you guys go because we're getting a little bit long today, but this was good and time well spent. Dr. B, thank you.
Bye, everybody. Have a great day.
All right, y'all. Listen, this was our time for Mental Health Mondays with Dr. Brandy Brooks. We're a little extended today, but I just need to go over a couple of things with you. First of all, the website is live. The website is live, everybody. The website is live. The website is live. He is one of the most humble, talented, gifted brothers I know, but we have to celebrate this good brother. Props. Y'all already know I slip up and call him Danny often. Whatever we refer to him as, he is definitely the interactive digital senior producer of Java with Jimmy. And Props, I say this unequivocally, sir. I appreciate you so much for your investment, the fussing. This brother had me complete 40 blogs, some short, but I just really appreciate you. The site is, of course, www.javawithjimmy.com. Please remember tomorrow to go to the website to watch. All right, go to the website. We'll do a little bit better about getting marketing out about where to watch and how to watch. Do better with that. I'll own that. And so, yes, finally, on the website. And why don't we just go view the website real quick so we can just take a real quick stroll with you all. And I'm going to share screen. We're going to check out the website just for 1 second so you all can get an idea of how to navigate and what is going on over there. All right, Java with Jimmy. It should be here. Here we go. All right, so we're going to go check out the website real quick. Let me take this down here. I promise to let you guys go in a couple of seconds. I see comments. All right. This is my show, and I can give you props if I want to, bruh. All right, so everyone, here is the website. Share screen. Now, the thing is, I need to make sure that the volume for the live doesn't come up. I think we are good. I don't want the volume. So, nope, we don't want that. We want the window. We want that. All right. I think we're good. Okay. So here is the website, everyone. I'm going to go over here and navigate. And so you all can get the experience of the full site. We have articles there that highlight our community members. I kind of share with you some of my ideas about food. There's the live right there. So you can come there every morning at 9 a.m. And also, and I need to get clarity from props, I believe that we've set it up that prior videos will play. We are sort of switching platforms, and so we're going to work on that. But there are articles there that I have written. There's some follow-ups from shows. There's some announcements. We also want to celebrate a Black-owned business. And if you are a Black-owned business and you would like to advertise on the Java with Jimmy platform, you can do that here. This ad appears on every page and in every grouping. Props also set it up that Instagram is feeding into here as well. And so this is where you go, everyone, to get all of your information about Java with Jimmy, to see what's coming up, to see follow-up articles. And for those of you that tune in every week to Your Healthy Java, we also have a Your Healthy Java section. And one of our past guests, Coach Meg, who was with us a few weeks ago, she actually sent an article, and that is there as well. And so this is where you can go to see more episodes of Your Healthy Java. And also things are categorized by community here. We're going to post this article later, well, on social media, but we'll post it on social media and you can come here to see it. But we are celebrating this wonderful, I call her the Queen Princess, Carrie Mays, who is now part of the Civilian Review Board. That wonderful presentation we had with Bobby Constantino, the graphics are there. We have some entertainment. We have some pieces about food. And you all know there is definitely some pieces about politics in Boston. And so we are assertively building out the content for you to be a place of engagement, to be your local website to come and get, oh, Jesus, here you all go. Now you're official. All he needs is a whistle. I'm not messing with you all. Let me get ready to get off of here because I'm looking at the comments and trying to navigate the website. You are able, and we are going to recategorize the videos, the playlist, but you are now able to go to javawithjimmy.com and look at all of the videos. I believe we go back as far as October. I got to take care of some other things in the background, but one place for videos. And the last thing that I'll mention, and we're going to put some clarity here for those that are not used to online shopping. And so first of all, we have 4 different items available for you to purchase and support Java with Jimmy. Here is, now listen, I need to let you all know the love and the individuality that was put into, and I'm going to make sure you all can see me on screen, that was put into the development, not only of the website, but of the candles. These candles were curated by myself, Props, and his wonderful partner in life. I call her Candles by Katie. And we spent time on the phone. They were smelling different. I told them what I wanted, and they were figuring out with the oils and whatnot. And they put a combination together, and they was describing it to me and whatnot. And we figured it out over the phone. But these are handmade candles from natural soy wax, 8 ounces. And one of my favorite things to say about this candle is it is double wood wicked. Let me show you what I mean by double wood wicked. Let me get myself together here. All right, double wood wicked. And so what that means here, so see the wood. First of all, it's a wooden wick. It's not the cotton wick. There are two, if you look real good, there are two double wood wicks in this natural soy candle so this is 7th and Peachtree. The other one, Flight B6 1519, is on its way. And when I tell you, this smells good. I can't light it yet. And let me tell you the detail and the love that Katie put into these candles. I am barred from lighting it until Thursday. I learned about these are handmade. Like, you cannot light them for like 12 days. They have to cure and sit, and the oil has to properly blend with the wax. And so there's a lot of love in these candles. And so please consider purchasing one of them. We do have limited numbers. I believe one has about 11 available and the other one has 10. Shout out to Lasagna, who already ordered hers today. Lasagna ordered hers early this morning. They are going quickly. So please make sure you get yours. You have two options. Let's go back to the website. The other thing that you were able to get, and this is on sale, and we added some treats to it. If you have a secretary, if you have someone you want to just give a small token of appreciation and love towards, this is the perfect gift for you. Has some chocolate, and it's a Java with Jimmy mug, and you can invite them to be a part of the Java fam. And we have, of course, our Java with Jimmy hoodies. And I was told today that I need to do better with getting some more sizes. And so you have the option of red, or you have the option of black. And let me just bring that up here. That's the red one. And then here is the black one. And so that's the option you have. And currently we do have limited sizing, but more is coming. And so I need to get back to, hold on. There we go. Props teases me because he was like, the old people need home pages. But listen, this is an overview of the website. We have food there. And just, it is so interesting to just now see what I had hoped for. And I'm going to shut up. I had hoped for a year to be this gathering place where we come and get information, watch videos, exchange. And so Lasagna, I'm not messing with you. Lasagna said, yes, please. I need to represent. And so we do have more hoodies coming, and we have a series of t-shirts coming out to support a couple of worldwide events and celebrations that take place in the city. All right, it's 10:05. I'm getting off of here. I really love and appreciate you. We are coming into the anniversary season. We are going to do the Red Cup Awards, whether it's virtual or in person or a combination of both. But that is happening in Lasagna. We are definitely the first Red Cup Award to be decided is the David Hart Humanitarian Award that will be presented to someone this year. Through the Lasagna's decision, you all will be able to nominate someone that is a great humanitarian, and that award will be presented by Lasagna either in person or virtually to the person that she decides after we give her some nominations. All right, I'm rambling now. I'm getting off of here. I really, again, props. Look, Stacy is loving the charcuterie board post. All right, with that being said, you know what? I'm getting off of here. Everybody, don't forget that Props and Darren is with us on Friday at 9 a.m. Y'all pray for me because that is going to be a very interesting show. And speaking of shows, how could I forget that this afternoon at 1 p.m., we are going to bring back the segment Black Mental Wealth. As you know, we've curated some conversations about Black equity in the cannabis industry here in Boston, as well as Black spaces for Black and brown people to gather. And so we're picking that segment back up today at 1 p.m. And Joseph Gilmore, the cannabis fund manager for the Boston Equity Program, will be our guest today at 1 p.m. So please plan on coming back. Props, I need to set that up over on the website too. And then also tomorrow morning, Your Healthy Java. Now, let me say this. We don't talk a lot about sexual health anymore. Back in the days, we had the peer education programs, you had the health education programs in adult and youth, and we don't talk about it no more. And there's a lot of changes going on in sexual health. And so Dr. Goldstein is going to join Dr. Alabre and I, and we're going to have a conversation about sexual health, and we're going to have a real authentic conversation about a lot. So please plan on coming in tomorrow at 9 a.m. That's it for me today. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank all of you and our wonderful Mother's Board that made it over to the website. Please remember that tomorrow morning at 9 a.m., outside of the fact that if we have trouble, because you're Healthy Java, we got to make sure that it's good with our partnership. All of the episodes need to be good, but just please remember to come over to javawithjimmy.com tomorrow at 9 a.m. and we will see you there. That's it for me today, everybody. Have a wonderful Monday. Remember your homework assignment with Dr. Brandy. She's going to post it later. Go to the website to get the information. I'll post it I'll share the link on Facebook so you can see it there. All right. I'm also going to work with props to see if we can get some sort of, I don't know, social board on the website where y'all can just go and just post and share. We're going to have to approve them. But that's something I want to do too. Just one place. Facebook is cool. We got the Facebook group, but I want us to have our own virtual Java Cafe. All right, that's it for me, y'all. I feel the wet eyes coming up. So I'm going to get ready to go. Thank you all again for tuning in today and bearing with us as we were a little bit over time today. And we shall talk to you tomorrow at 9 a.m. over on the website. All right, everybody. Thank you all so much. Appreciate you. Don't forget, go get your candles, go get your hoodies, and go get your love mugs before.